Montreal, fantastic city, but does it make for a great Grand Prix as well?
It's always an interesting race in Montreal. It's very difficult to clear the cars when they stop, and that often brings out the safety car. And we've seen that again and again there, where you get a really bizarre race with series of safety cars.
It's also the famous wall just before the pit straight as well, which always
Wall of Champions, yes. How many people have managed to kiss that rather too heavily on the exit of what was going to be a great lap? Again, I'm sure people will do the same again this year.
Montreal's one of our favourites, partly because it's a very, very strong Honda market. Honda Canada are very dominant, and Honda is a very well-loved brand there. But aside from that, the Canadian fans are just so enthusiastic. The whole of the downtown area is turned over to the race. There's bands and all the restaurants are open, out onto the streets, and the weather's normally pretty good there. And a very interesting circuit around a man-made lake.
You've got very, very high speed straights, but then big stops for hairpins. Does that put a big challenge on brakes and suspension?
It is by quite some margin the hardest braking circuit, and normally there's a few people who are getting into trouble with the brakes. So if you can sort out your braking systems before then it's quite a big advantage, just being able to push every lap of the race.
Do you think that'll be a difference this year without traction control, that the braking stability and also the speed out of some of the hairpins is going to be difficult?
I think what we've seen so far is that the traction control issue is much less of an issue than people maybe expected it to be, simply because these drivers are very, very good at what they do, and they have very, very good touch control with the throttle, even without traction control.